This is Healing with Sunshine, and this is my painting that I wanted to talk with you a little bit about. I know it's kind of weird, but this is me making sense of everything that is in my head, and I feel like I want to share this process with you and the process of what I learned and how it came through, and I don't know, just offering the insights that I gained that I think are important. Anyway, this started out as like a weird doodle, and it had like, I don't know, like some sort of alien or whatever writing up there. I don't know, just like a weird symbol or something ended up there. It's just doodling, and that's what I do, and it turns into whatever it turns into. But anyway, I forget what I was processing, but I'm assuming that it was something kind of heavy because I have, you know, some darker shading in the background over here. And I must have been feeling blue. I had a lot of blue. And then I had this white drawing that came out. Didn't have an eye, like I said, it was just like a sketchy outline of, I don't know, just a design. Maybe I actually have a picture of it I can show. I don't know, I'll see. But as I was sitting here looking, I've been looking at it for like 2 weeks, you know, just feeling like something else was inside of this painting that needed to come out. And I picked it up one day and I took my paintbrush and it outlined an eye like that in purple. And, you know, it sat like that for another day or so. And then the other day I came out and I started to see what this was and what it was doing and what it's representing to me in my life, and how my healing has come through me doing this process. And it's a process that is so amazing. And if we could just learn to process everything as it's coming instead of trying to do all of it after we turn 40, that would be really great. But that's not how it works out, so here I am. Anyway, after I'd done all this blue stuff here, I was like, man, it's just all so dark. And then I had that white thing over here, and I just wanted to, I was frustrated, so I got a bright color and I just started flinging it all over the paper. Or, oh, yes, it's not paper, it's a canvas. So I started flinging the yellow and green paint all over it, and then I just kind of left it. But back to coming over here, I did add more green and stuff on this side. This is really the side that got worked on. This side, it's kind of pretty much the same as it was. But anyway, over here, the eye came out. And it almost looked like, because this had lines like this, white lines all the way around through here. And it just looked like an eye was coming through like the dimensions and trying to get my attention. So I started paying attention, and I, you know, went and got my stuff and actually started to paint. But, you know, so many things happened throughout the process of doing this, and the color selection, and, you know, the fact that it was really important for there to be a diamond right here. I knew that was really important, and I thought it was very odd also that only the eye was there. And then I, added this little diamond here. And I was like, that's kind of weird, but it's like, intuition, coming out and spreading. And I started to see that. And then I went back over here and did a little more defining around the eye, making it look like an actual eye. And then I started looking, and it was this really elaborate eye, and really kind of nothing but, this type of thing over here as well. Different colors, but still the same concept. So I started noticing that there was an outline over here of what looked like it could have been a face. I was like, that's kind of cool. Let's go with that. And then I just started, bringing some colors down through. And then I started to see what looked like a nose. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool too. But the perspective was off, because it looked like she was looking this way to me, but now it doesn't. Now it looks like she's looking, straight at me. But either way, it doesn't make much difference. But I thought it was looking, like I said, this direction. And then I realized that that is actually like just part of her face, just part of it. It's not the whole face, it's just part of it. It's not a profile. It's not a partially looking forward, partially looking to the side. It's just part of her face. Can't see all of it. It's a little distorted, but it's coming through lots of dimensions, so I guess it's going to be. But it's like it reminded me of like the aging process and how it happens. And we start off with this entire face, this entire vision of who we are. And then it gets changed. It gets changed by everything that happens to us and around us, which is kind of all this stuff. And I feel all those dark colors, and I have been for a while, but I also feel all of these yellow, beautiful bits too, and all the white light. I feel all that too. But, getting stuck in all of this ooey stuff over here happens sometimes. But as we're going through all of this, and like I said, this part looked, similar to that too, other than these white lines over here. I was like, that's kind of like aging. It's like as we age, we have all of this garbage thrown all over us. And it's just, we don't even know anything. We're doing good just to have the shape of our eye sticking out over here. Just the shape of our eye. Not even a whole eye. Not even a defined eye. No colors, no nothing like that. Just an outline. And then the details started coming in. Just like we do as we get older. It's like all the details start to show again. And we start to see, where we've been and why we are who we are. And I don't know, it just had a really profound impact as I was painting and thinking about all of this. And like I said, this is my healing process, and maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't, I don't know. But either way, here it is. But I feel like what's happening is, I've got this eye that's showing. And now I have the diamond here that's showing. And then I have the shape of a face coming through over here. Then I have a nose and a mouth starting to show. I wonder if that's just the parts of me that I'm starting to recognize. The ones that are there again that I didn't know. And from the time that I started this painting, I don't know, maybe I probably started this like 6 months ago, I guess, and then I finished it enough to put it away till I decided what else I wanted to do to it. And maybe there's still more, I don't know. I kind of doubt it though, I kind of think it's done. But seeing, you know, the nose coming out first, and I was like, you know, that's really starting to prominently look like a nose. So I guess that means I need to make some sort of a plan for a mouth, because it would be kind of weird just to have an eye and a nose coming out, but maybe not. It's probably just as weird to have an eye and a nose and a part of a mouth coming out. But somehow it made more sense to add the mouth to me. But I think it's telling me my story. You know, I've been starting this whole YouTube thing and talking about some stuff. Not talking about a whole lot of stuff, but, you know, some. Going this direction and that direction, trying to figure out exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, even though I know I'm supposed to be doing it, and putting it on there. And that the art has something to do with it, so I guess my process of creating the art is what I'm talking about. And, you know, this mouth started showing just a little bit at first, but that's like when I started the YouTube stuff. It only had a little tiny presence. But it's like as I kept going, the edges became more prominent. And I was like, oh, her mouth is starting to show. It makes me feel like, you know, my voice is starting to be heard. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just had, you know, my weird little thoughts about my weird little painting. But I hope it was helpful to you. And if it was, will you please like, share, and subscribe? I'd really like this to grow. I would love for this to grow. This is fun. So give me a comment and turn on your notifications so that you know when the next one's coming out. I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you. Well, I just appreciate you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.